Then, after they had sung the customary Passover hymn, they went out to the Mount of Olives. He said to them, "You will all become deserters, for it stands written, 'I will strike the shepherd, and the sheep will be scattered.' But after I am raised up, I will go before you to Galilee." Peter said to them, "Oh, even though all become deserters, I will not." Jesus said to him, "Truly I tell you, this day, this very night, before the cock crows twice, you will deny me three times." But Peter said vehemently, "Even though I must die with you, I will not deny you." And all of them said the same. They went to a place called Gethsemane, and he said to his disciples, "Sit here while I pray." And taking with him Peter and James and John, he began to be distressed and agitated. He said to them, "I am so sad, I could die. Remain here and keep awake." And going a little further, he threw himself on the ground, and he prayed that if it were possible, the hour might pass from him. He said, "Abba, Father, for you all things are possible. Remove this cup from me, yet not what I want, but what you want." He came and found them sleeping, and he said to Peter, "Simon, are you asleep? Could you not keep awake 1 hour? Keep awake and pray that you do not enter into the time of trial. For the spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak." Once more he went away, praying the same words. Once more he came and found them sleeping, for their eyes were very heavy, and they did not know what to say to him. He prayed a third time, "Father, for you all things are possible. Remove this cup from me, yet not what I want, but what you want." He came a third time, and he said to them, "Are you still sleeping and taking your rest? Enough! The hour has come. The Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Get up! Let's be going. Behold, my betrayer is at hand." Immediately, while he was still speaking, Judas, one of the 12, arrived, and with him was a crowd carrying swords and clubs from the chief priests, the scribes, and the elders. Now, the betrayer had given them a sign, saying, "The one I kiss is the man. Arrest him and lead him away under guard." So when Judas came, he went up to Jesus at once, and he said, "Rabbi," and kissed him. Then they laid hands on him and arrested him. But one of those who stood near drew his sword and struck the slave of the high priest, cutting off his ear. And Jesus said to them, "Have you come out to arrest me as though I were a bandit? Day after day I was with you in the temple, teaching, and you did not arrest me. But let the scriptures be fulfilled." All of them deserted him and fled. Now, There was a certain young man who had been following them, wearing nothing but a linen cloth. They caught hold of him, but he left the linen cloth and he ran away naked. He ran away naked. A reflection for today from this passage, our second passage of the Passion narrative. My suggestion to you is that you kind of experiment with a prayer practice, and it's simply of praying with Jesus in the garden. You might simply get out your Bible, or you can go online and print out, copy and paste a little section, and simply, slowly, thoughtfully, almost like a Lectio Divina or Lectio Divina. I have to admit, I don't know how to pronounce that. But in a prayerful and meditative way to read this passage of Jesus praying in the garden. And that you pause along the way. When you get to that point where Jesus prays, Abba, Father, for you all things are possible. Remove this cup from me, yet not what I want, but what you want. And then pause and see what it is that arises in your heart or spirit at that moment. What difficulty or challenge or valley of shadows or blessing or a person who's dear to you. Simply hold them here in your heart and use those same words to pray about that concern. Abba, Father, for you all things are possible. Remove this cup from me, yet not what I want, but what you want. And then read the next little section, how Jesus comes and finds them sleeping. And are you still sleeping and taking your rest? And then it says, once again, he went and prayed, saying the same words. And you then take a little moment, a few moments, to say those same words. You might even use the hand gestures. Remove this cup from me. It's a cup that comes from the heart. Remove this cup from me, yet not what I want, but what you want. And again, maybe lifting up the same concerns again, or maybe new concerns arise in your heart or mind. And then come back and realize that they were sleeping and they did not know what to say to him. Often in our prayers, we simply don't know what to say next. And then a third time. Again, in the story, in the scriptures, there are no words there. It doesn't say he prayed a third time, but he returned a third time. And so maybe the third time is a prayer of silence. Jesus, it doesn't report Jesus' words. But maybe it's a moment for you to sit in silence. Maybe to just offer the simple words or the hand gestures. Remove this cup from me, not what I want, but what you want. And simply sit in silence for a period of time and see what it is that is given to you in your spirit, in your heart, or in your mind. It's just a simple prayer practice, and every once in a while during the Lenten season, I like to shape my prayer time with this narrative of praying with Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. Blessings to your prayers, and thank you for listening to this. And in a little while, we'll have part 3. Thank you.